Hey, welcome back. It's time to redo my notebook. I've gotten 6 months out of one of these little Travelers Company inserts, and I only put one insert in here. So there's one little thin insert in here, and the rest of this is just crap that I've stuffed in there. I also use this as my wallet too, so some of this is wallet related. Rest of it is just receipts and junk. But this is a good size for me. I like this. Carried in my sling bag most of the time, but it's always with me. It always has to be with me because it's got my driver's license, my concealed carry permit, and a debit card and a few other things in there. And I use a very, very abbreviated, slimmed down version of the bullet journal system for my everyday carry notebook. All my collection pages and things like that go into another notebook, which I leave at the house. This is just the one that I take out into the world. I really enjoy this notebook. We will briefly go through my last 6 months in here. I won't bore you with all the details, but if you've seen my other videos, you already know what's in here. And then we'll set up the next 6 months, and that's being optimistic. I did get 6 months out of the last one, but don't know if I will again. But we'll try it. We'll see. Okay. Let's get into it. All right, I purged all the junk out, took out this insert, and we'll go through this real quick. You've seen this before. If you've seen my other videos, there's a playlist. If you've not, I create a little pocket on the front cover and the back cover, just cutting the page down, folding it over, and taping the sides, and then I do a spending tracker. And this is more of just a mindfulness exercise so I can, at a glance, kind of tell where my money is going. And it's mostly gas. And I keep a couple of pages for that. I may keep maybe an extra page, although I've gotten 6 months out of that. But I may do 3 pages, I'm not sure. And then I do a distant future log. And these are things that are way off in the future, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5 years out into the future. But I just need to keep these dates written down somewhere, and this is where I keep it written down. That way I don't miss, renewing my driver's license or renewing my passport, which is coming up really quick. I got to get on that. And my concealed carry permit, my ham radio license, things like that. Things that are just way off in the distance. And then I do, your standard future log month by month. And I do my monthly spreads on one page. And somebody mentioned that you could turn the notebook this way and get an extra week out of it. So I may do that, I may not, I'm not sure. And I do all my months just right together. That way I can, if I'm sitting in a meeting and somebody mentions something that's coming up at the end of a month that's going to roll over into the next month, I can just jot that down and really flip through, and I can kind of keep track of months concurrently instead of just flipping through and trying to find a specific month. I know all my months are right here in this one location. And then I just do my dailies, and that's what my dailies look like. They're really sloppy, and they're not neat, and that's okay. And if you know about bullet journaling, you know that we have symbols, like this is a completed task. This little arrow going forward, that's a task that I'm going to carry over into the next day. If I do an arrow pointed back, then it's going back into the future log, maybe in another month. And then when I get to that month and I'm setting up that month, I'll remember that, hey, that task needs to be done. And a line straight through means it's been canceled. And you can come up with your own system, but I'm just using the one that Bullet Journal writer Carol came up with, and it works for me. And it's, some days are much busier, and some days there's hardly nothing. And then I'm trying to, make efficient use of my paper. So if I get down here and I've had 2 short days and I've got this blank spot, I'll just stick another day down there. And I do the days as they come up. So I'll sit down with my Outlook's calendar at the end of the day, and it's basically a to-do list for the day. So I'm not always sitting at my desk with my Outlook's calendar. So these are the tasks and events that I need to keep in mind throughout the day. So in the morning, I'll set this up with the things I need to get done, and then I'll go about my day. And that's it. I can get 6 months like that. And, sometimes I put highlight in there just to really grab my attention and say, hey, get to that, and that's it. So let's get into it. I can also do little reminders to myself to drink more water, eat less sugar, and quit snacking. So little motivation throughout the day. And here's something that I really need to get done. So I put it on a Post-it note so that I can carry it from day to day, and it's hard for me to ignore it. I struggle with procrastination, so this really keeps me on task. The back little pocket is another place to put business cards. So I usually keep receipts in here. So if I stop and get gas or something and I don't have time to log it right now, I'll just shove a receipt in here and I'll log it later. All right, let's set up the next 6 months then. These little Traveler Company notebooks are Midori paper. It's really good paper. I usually get dot grid, and it is 5 millimeter by 5 millimeter, 64 pages, and it is really good quality paper. I like Midori paper, especially for fountain pens, although I use pencil in this, but it does hold up to fountain pen ink really well. And these notebooks kind of have a passport vibe to them. So you could write your information in there if you so choose. I don't, but you can. And I'm going to take this outside page here, which is not the same quality paper. It's a little thinner and not as high a quality paper as the actual paper that you write on. And I'm going to cut it down halfway, fold it over, tape the edges, and create little pockets on the front and the back. All right, I'll do that right now. Okay, let's look at what I've got so far. Got my little pockets made on the front and the back. That's really easy to do and really, really handy. There's my spending tracker. I've got the date, the amount I spent, the store, a description of the item, and then I put an N or W if the item was a need or a want. So again, this is more of a mindfulness exercise than actually, a spending tracker. All that stuff is online, nowadays, but this just gives me at a glance where my money is going throughout the day or throughout the week. And I did just do 2 pages. 2 pages was enough last time. I think it will this time. And I went ahead and I did my distant future log. And those are the dates. I spent a little more time and actually wrote it down legibly this time. So I don't always do that, but that's okay. And that's where we're at right now. So there is my back pocket. And I've got some of my business cards in there. And I used my little handy scissors off of one of my Swiss Army knives. Handy thing to have with you. Every day I carry a Swiss Army knife, and I always have to have a model that has scissors because I have a big bushy beard. I like to trim my beard up throughout the day. And I use the Pocket Master by Pacific Arc. This is the model number PT352. I'll leave a link in the description to my Amazon store where you can find these. This has been really durable. I've going on probably 2 years now of using this. And I carry this in my notebook. So it gets sat on and shoved into bags and things, and it's held up really well. And it's flexible too. So I don't use all the little symbols on here. I do use that square, and occasionally I'll use a little circle. But you might use, every now and then I'll use the star. But really handy as a straight edge. All right, next up is the monthly spreads. All right, done. Actually, the next item was future log, and then I set up my monthlies. I'll show you those. I keep my Post-its here, and that protects my identity and gives me a good place to store some extra Post-its. Got some more Post-its here. Really like Post-its. There is my pocket. There is my spending log. And here is my distant future log, my future logs. That left an extra page here, which I'll just save for notes. And then for my monthly spreads, if I count 5 dots over and 5 dots down and create a grid, then I can have 5 weeks and 7 days for each month. And this is the 5mm by 5mm grid, so it gives me enough room to write in there. I have to abbreviate a little bit every now and then, but I've got 6 months of those. And so you may be thinking, well, why not just buy a pocket calendar? Because I enjoy doing this. It's just a fun hobby for me. You may not like it. You could just buy a pocket calendar. But I really enjoy doing this. It's relaxing and it's kind of anxiety relieving to do my daily planning and to have things planned out ahead of time. And again, it keeps me from procrastinating. Helps to keep me from procrastinating. I'm not saying it's a total cure for procrastination, but it helps me. When I get back to the office, I will fill this in with my known stuff, like court dates and stuff that I know is in here, and I'll also put the numbers of the days in here. And then after my monthlies, there's 6 months. There's December. Monday morning when I get in will be the last day of June, and I already have a task. Set up the calendar, future log, and monthly with known tasks and events. And there you go. That's it. And there's my back pocket. There's my wallet. This wallet insert has got a little zipper here where I keep my cash. Got some stamps and little paper clips and things like that. Spare rubber for my thing. Here's where I keep my Pocket Master. Just keep it clipped to the back. And that's it. I've really been enjoying this. This has really been a good complementary thing to my daily carry. It keeps me on track. I've gotten lots of compliments on the leather. I like the feel of it. And I like that it's my wallet and my notebook all in one. When it's like this, I can stuff it into a back pocket, although it's quite a bit of bulk, even this thin. In a jacket pocket, really easy. In my sling bag, no problem at all. Take it back to the office every morning, throw that on my desk, open it up, create a to-do list for the day, and then I can carry this around as I go about my day. I don't have to be tied to a desk in my Alex calendar all day. All right, well, thanks to everyone who has subscribed. I'll do updates on this as I go along. Probably I'll just combine them with pocket dumps, and I will catch you on the next one. Bye.